Yo, how did I get here faster than Ryan when I fucking deployed after the bus kicked me out?
I jumped real early.
Mike, is there anybody else here?
There are people here.
This house over, this house over here, this shit's mine. Yo, there's a trap in this house and oh, I just landed right over someone's head.
Yo, get over here, you fucking chimp.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I'm so over this game, dude.
I'm being chased and someone chasing some guy around this other house over here. I'm bailing. There's a guy in that brick house.
You can't have much left in it.
You don't want that? You want that revolver?
That's marking. Focus on a thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map.
No, Chronos.
What is going on?
Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Like, you let me die, you better take my fucking gun.
What did you say?
Like, you better not let my have my fucking gun. You better take that shit and let me die.
Okay. Just kick their dicks in. It's an enemy guard post. Watch yourself.
No! Behind me.
Relatively far behind the bleachers. You're good.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
Dude on your right, Mike.
Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus. I just don't like SMGs that much.
Well, they're too inaccurate, to be honest.
The submachine gun is savage if you're close.
The thing that I don't like about the SMGs is if you're like right out of its like effective range, you're gonna get fucked every time.
We don't know exactly where he
And
is.
you can't always tell what its effective range is.
We're making entry into the town now.
I just used it to like for kids running up around corners.
That's a rough dive.
Yeah, it's good for that shit.
Good find.
Like,
It'll fetch a high price.
They're coming around a shotgun. You just start mowing them down to SMG. They're like, oh,
and you also don't have to reload, so it's like half the worry of that.
Yo. Y'all cooking?
What? Huh?
I'm not dying in this game. It's not happening.
You're gonna get killed first.
Yo, fuck.
sacrifice yourself.
Guys.
Good at the team.
Who's marking Pleasant? You, Mike?
I say do this. I don't know. Where should we go?
It's up to you whether to slow down enemies or take them
Down there, bottom right.
Just remember that any situation can change.
I'm out.
fast.
I'm going.
Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between
Gonna
them
deploy
quickly
umbrella
to
to get
any
there.
threat.
If you're like 2 blocks away from it, you'll make it without having to deploy your umbrella.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I feel like I can't angle it properly or something, but I just haven't been making it to my locations very well lately.
I'll meet you guys there.
We got a tango, Mike.
Fuck.
Whoo! I got retractable floor spikes, boys. It's going down. Put that right there. Let somebody fall into my little trap. Kush, I have a shield potion for you.
Somebody got. Did you get this chest up here?
What?
Yeah, then I'll just chug-a-lugga-lugga.
That chest up there.
Sure.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I did.
My chest.
Anything good out there, Kush?
Nothing. I have nothing.
I mean, it's okay. I got a clean submachine shotgun.
There's a shotgun in here, Mike.
I'm gonna go to them. Are there any dudes by you guys, or just no loot?
Did you go through all these?
Some of them.
That place never has any loot. That's why I hate going there. Who needs a gun? Yo, we got a dude over there, Mike. Coming in the back side, north side of the town. He's on the far cross, northwest corner. West corner, I should say, from you.
Is he in the town or is he on
Yes, he's in the town,
west?
West corner, yep. He was right over here.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your
I don't know where he is. He was right in here, dude. In the outer section.
I don't see him.
There's no way Harry Houdini'd his way out of here, dude. He's in here somewhere.
Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right? Magic words, boss.
Fuck.
Waiting.
The South Hill.
You're beat. I only have a pump action shotgun, but I ain't going for that.
I just tagged him.
Over the ridge.
Well, help us take out the guy who's going for Ryan.
They're coming through the door. They're by the RVs.
I might be sneaking up behind him.
That's why you don't come for us, bitch. Is there more, Ryan?
Not that I see.
Come on in. I already killed him. There's an AR here for somebody. There was only one. I still haven't found that one dude who came in the edge of the town that I was talking about, but he Harry Houdini'd his way out of here. Do you want a med kit, Ryan?
You have a med kit?
Yes.
Yeah, let me get that instead of band-aids.
What? There's an AR right here.
Action shotty.
Right here, Mike. There's a gray AR.
Oh, Ryan, you should have used bandages and then drank this shit.
Yeah.
If anyone want that, I'm gonna take it. Oh, thank you.
I'm ready to square up. Yeah, I actually think that when we do best is when we're running in the edge of the circle, because then we're not getting surrounded from 5 angles.
Changing the RV so
It's best to stay in the edge of the circle so that you're not like in the middle just getting fucking cuffed. Oh, this is a great bush. Are you going in further? What are you doing? No, it's totally non-sexual. I just like a nice shrubbery, you know? Clean cut shrubbery. Exactly. Just not like... How far are you guys going? Imagine we're all up there and they just knock down the fucking tower and we all fall to our death.
That'd be awesome. I wouldn't even be mad.
Like the one time then we built that fort all the way to the sky and it was 2v1 and the dude shot out the fucking stairwell and we all died.
Yo, this is what we do. Get one down.
And then build up from here. No, it won't be wide enough. How? This is only like 4 pieces wide. I'm worried, dude. Well, didn't you say there's people over here? Shouldn't we be a little concerned about that?
your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up. Who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
I fucking melted that one dude who came in after he downed Brian, though. He had full shield, and I had full shield, and I still have 36 shield left, and he's dead, so... Sure.
I'm just hoping that, like, it's far enough outside of the circle that people can get seated where it starts. You know?
I guess. I don't know if that's gonna work.
No.
We're good.
Definitely not gonna have enough for this.
How much you got? I'm already at 300.
I'm at 300 too.
That's fine. It's a fair amount.
I think we're gonna fall to our deaths.
We can't make it, dude. Look how big the circle is. We gotta see where it, next one ends up. Like if it's over here-ish, then okay. But if it's not, like, let's not cuck ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Let's just build straight up into the sky to the circle.
No. Do you know how much materials it would take? Dude, I built a sky fort when I had 1,000 wood and 500 metal and 500 stone, and it like when the circle was too big, and it was still almost not enough.
Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base.
Alright, I'm coming down.
You're not Paul Bunyaning materials. You're just standing up there like a dildo.
I got a sniper. I'm fucking looking around.
Overwatch.
Yeah, bruh.
We need materials. We need you to
I got
lumberjack.
14 wood and 30 metal. We good?
Bruv.
Some operation we had, huh?
Fine, I'll fucking destroy some shit. Only bushes though. That's all thing. That's all I'm gonna get.
Making our own future. And they took it away.
How much wood are we going for here?
A lot.
As much
Mm,
wood as we can get.
I'm almost at 1,000.
Everybody should have 1,000 of everything.
Of everything, no.
And we build our sky fort.
This is where we built the original one, Mike, right here in between these two mountains. Remember we built it up the face of the mountain so the base couldn't be shot out?
Fuck this fence.
Mike, do you want to do the sky fort right here, like where we did it originally?
Yeah, we should do it where the base can't be shot out.
There's loot here, meaning someone died over here recently. Should I just keep Paul Bunyaning and ignore it? Pretend like nothing happened?
I got 180 metal, 700. Nothing wood.
I got
I'm at-
356
I'm
wood
at
and
max wood almost.
30 metal.
I'm at max wood. Okay, no, now I'm at max wood. Yeah, we gotta move.
Is nobody catching my drift?
No, nobody is.
Mike, we don't have time for this. Oh my god.
We go!
Fine, I'm coming. We need it to be wider. Kush, you build up where I just started. I'm gonna start over here. Oh god. It's coming. It's right behind me. Kush, are you building?
I'm in the circle.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna get so cocked. I can barely build fast enough. Are you keeping up, Kush? How many wide are you doing?
Well, I was just kind of filling in.
How much? Oh god. I don't think it's wide enough. Build down, Mike. Build down. It's only like 5 wide right now. This isn't good.
It's all good. It looks wide enough.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
outside the circle.
Dude, they could still just easily shoot it out.
We haven't been shot at yet, so I feel like we're safe. I also have an AR with 28 shots and a pump shotty.
That's fucking horrible.
And we're kind of stuck up here.
Yeah, we are stuck up here now, you fuck. Oh, Kush. Kush. I'm going outside the circle to help her.
Easier to trust them.
No!
The Kelly is also home to Greek Cypriots, after
Just
all.
gonna get down.
What about the
Oh, what?
They haven't returned to the south. Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way
Does anyone have
from
med
resolved.
kits?
The country is
I
just
got
south
bandages,
of
4 of them.
174. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek
I'm
Cypriots in the
fucking
south.
leaking.
Between them, the Green Line, the UN established. And Decalia sits right on top of it. It does.
So do we have
Part
enough
of the buffer
materials
zone
to
between the
build
two
the
groups.
circle?
Another reason it was the perfect.
Dude, I only have 200 wood left.
Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
What's falling?
So how do things stand?
Bandages.
Last year,
No, come back. You're gonna die again.
Shit!
What have you done?
I'm dead.
Wait, what? Where's Ryan? Ryan fell?
the Greeks and Turks were
My build didn't finish and I just fell.
Kush ran down after the bandages and died. Mike, I only have 100 wood left.
their own stake in pitting the two sides against
We're so beat now, Mike. We have no materials.
Build down. Save
Go
me.
for her and then grab her wood. Wait, build down. I only have 79 wood, Ryan. I can't build down.
It's lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while.
Just run straight.
The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds.
Run.
Eliminated.
Run. Yo, Kush, you're the only one with a lot of materials left. Like, we need to build flat now. Wait.
No, we don't build flat. What are you talking about? We keep going up.
No, no, no. We need to still build it wider, dude. Look at how... Oh, God. I'm about to be out of materials. I need 2 more pieces of wood here, and then we're building it flat. We need to build flat.
Can I build?
Yo, come get my 290. 30
What the
metal.
hell?
Can you fill these 2 in right here?
Can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler. The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it? Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We've got to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. He said I was in a British military hospital, but the doctor had a Greek accent. They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Tekeli is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all. What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south. Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established. And Tekeli sits right on top of it. It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any
Post and destroy the target equipment.
Last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state. Though it's only Turkey that recognizes it.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There, we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are
Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
a winding path through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries.
Objective. Now get out of there. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
River 4 years ago. Détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President
Roger.
was assassinated afterward. Apparently his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists.
Yes, fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years. We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. But countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity. Private forces? Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy. Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about? You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. Okay.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name...
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid. Boss, we've received a back-channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details. The security forces must know something about the targets. After you grab or hold up an enemy, try interrogating them.
Where are your friends? Where are the others? Where are your friends?
Either destroy that, or turn it off to shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the outpost. But of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be quick. Also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars. What we need to develop new weapons and equipment. He's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert.
Roger.
It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
This is T-Squad. Arriving shortly at LZ. On station at LZ! Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
The revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after?
Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. With Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of it struck. His body was never recovered, but he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection, then he gives them the okay without our permission, all the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
The Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the xXKills4DaysXx's barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at xXKills4Days. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's the Cuckin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Speak. Speak.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
Пошли по ТЗ. Это скучно.
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to fold them in.
Можно сказать, что это не протез. Бионическая рука. Воу, воу!
Roger.
За свою жизнь я создал тысячи таких конечностей. Они использовались спросом даже в Кремле. Вот благодарность.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Гигантские руки для новой боевой платформы, они мне сказали.
This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal. This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
Я готов тебя слушать.
This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal. This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
If you get on that chopper, you'll be aborting the mission. Are you sure? All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned. Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. With Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of it struck. His body was never recovered, but he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection, then he gives them the okay without our permission, all the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen. But the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Desmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do, and bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently, one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
So a sandstorm come in. Sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf, but that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Speak.
Extract him. You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasi Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
something in there that could lead us to the honeybee? Prisoner, the Hamid survivor. I'm guessing the Soviets are making him take them to the honeybee.
Это КП, понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
A survivor. One of the Hamid. Is he mute? He knows about it. This is our chance. We know the location of the target. It's on your iDroid. Head on over there and retrieve it. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Black carrot. It's something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals. That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss. Extract him.
Слышал, о чем говорила женщина рядом электростанции? Нет, что за женщина? Не знаем, что с ней. Но говорят, что она голая. Голая? Да нахуй. Серьезно? Значит, что она не местная. Слушай, если видишь ее, скажи мне. Какого? Что?
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentazimine.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
What the fuck was that shit?
Retrieve the honeybee. Its location is on your iDroid.
Понял! Всех поставь! Транспорт все еще прячется поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Who would have thought they'd hide it there? You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
Это КП. Понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
Roger.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
closer. Damn it, they're everywhere.
Those skulls are too fast. If you had a holding weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do. Now we're talking.
I can forget about that bonus now.
The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
We'll bring the target back.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
All right, get in. Time to go.
Gaining altitude.
Mission complete. Great work. So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets, too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
And what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly. Boss, I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation. Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of an enemy force beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, That brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit. The dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... Hey, no, stay! Stay! Did it. Go!
No, maybe not yet.
But soon. Soon.
Boss, we've had some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base. Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map. The higher the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them. Good news from the support unit. They can now deliver support strikes to our areas of operation. Use your iDroid to designate a location for a strike. Just make sure you're not in the kill zone. I'd hate to tell the men they blew up the boss. After you've called in a strike, move away from the target location immediately. Also, like supply drops, strikes cost GMP. So watch you don't put us in the red. Remember what our real objective is.
Думаю, что там делают.
Когда они нам хоть что-то говорили. Я ничего не вижу. На другом месте.
Представляю.
Ладно, я пошел.
Давай, увидимся.
dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.